guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks. Had a little matrix crack, little matrix break. Little break in the matrix there. Let me get my headphones on. Let me make sure everything is sounding good, looking good. Hope you are feeling good and looking good. Welcome. Let's get the music down. Let's get the music down just a little bit. Okay, guys. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It is Freaky Friday in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. Welcome to this fine Friday. I hope you guys have been doing okay this week. It has been such a crazy week. It's been so volatile. There's been so much volatile price action on this Bitcoin chart. I mean, we have went below 60K. We've now above 60K. We started to possibly even hit 62K again. Did we hit 62K again and then just get rejected off of these levels? Well, we're going to check the price. We're above 61 now. So we did hit some support. And now we're getting back into the game a little bit, but we're gonna see if this is gonna be sustainable, because I think people are still calling for lower prices, and this might be one of those fake out pumps. But we do have some things to get off the table, and it is just some of these prices that we have to look at. So we're gonna look at some of these levels and see if they're actually sustainable. But before we get on to the rest of this show, we want you guys to hit the like button. It's YouTube's way to put us in the algorithm. You gotta hit the like button. You have to share it. You gotta comment. You got to interact with this live stream, or we will not go anywhere. It'll just stay right where it's at. And so let's make that happen. All right, guys, so look at this Bitcoin price action right now. On the 30-minute, it is it's looking like we're about to get a push back to the 200-day moving average, and it's possible that we crush it and we go past 62K. If we can hold 62K and go above it and start to trade above 62K on the 200-day moving average, then what can indeed ensue is a price pump back up to 63 and 62.43, which is the previous range that we were just in and got rejected off of when we were hitting, I think, what was the 618 Fibonacci retracement. And we're going to look at that on one of the charts, on the Bitstamp chart, where we did have that 786 Fibonacci retracement, and then also another push to try and get to the 618. Rejected off of that. Now we're bouncing off we bounced off the 0.382, which was that $60,000 level. We just went below it just a little bit, and now we are starting to possibly get that recovery to the upside. And we just need to see if it is actually sustainable. Is the histogram on the MACD looking a little bit more looking bearish or bullish? The RSI is not looking too bad. I mean, we do have what we could see is a bullish divergence coming here, going into the oversold portion when we started to get real low. So could we sustain this movement to the upside? Now, I don't have a crystal ball. I know you guys don't either, but if you're looking at the previous cycles, this is nothing. Even if we go back down and we go to 57, or we end up filling the gap here at 54,000, which is right around in this area, then it's okay, because for the long term, we're here for the long term. We're here for the banana zone price action, which is not even close. We're not even close to it yet. So we're still 6 months out from the peak of what the craziness is going to ensue with Bitcoin. And so what's a metric that I'm kind of watching right now, which other traders and technical analysis people are looking at, is now the strength of the dollar actually going back up, bouncing off of some of the support that we ended up hitting, which is right here. So support right here. And we have been actually calling for possibly the Dixie to go down into the 90s, because this is when Bitcoin was breaking and going up into the all-time highs. And so whenever we had the Dixie going down, we had Bitcoin going up. So now that we've had the Dixie going up a little bit, we had that Bitcoin retracement. So it's kind of it's correlated together, but we don't know how much longer this is going to be correlated if we have the strength of the dollar either going up or down. It's just I'm just not sure. So, but we are still watching this as a metric, and then we have also the dominance of ETH going down into the 13% range, where when we had altcoin season basically was at 18%. So we are basically, a 36, percent move, or not percentage, but basically from here, 13% going up to 18%. We're that far away from getting that altcoin season that we're wanting. So, but if we look at the Bitcoin dominance is at 58%, almost went up to 60% recently. And then you can see whenever we were in an altcoin season that we had Bitcoin dominance around 52%. So this is what I'm curious to see, is that if we get the dominance of Bitcoin going down to 52, 53%, we get ETH back up into 18%, we are going to see some of these altcoins absolutely fly. But I know you guys are curious. You're wanting to know, like, what should I do? Like, is it still like what you need to do is nothing. Like, you might not just don't do anything. Like, we still have we do have still a lot of time before Bitcoin gets to what I think is going to be the peak price for this bull cycle, is going to be $300,000. Now, it's actually more. My bull case scenario is that we go to basically the banana zone level of $340,000 per Bitcoin. I know that is like super, super bullish. I mean, that is probably the most bullish call that any of the crypto influencers, or whatever the hell you want to call us, like you might as well call us degenerate idiots. But other than that, I think that is like the most bullish call, is getting to $340,000 per Bitcoin next year. Next year, guys. You know how long it felt being in September and being in the previous months, August and September? It felt like forever. 2 months feels like 2 years for people in crypto, because we have short-term memory. We got the memory of a goldfish, and we just want things to just happen now. And we're so impatient, and that's the biggest lesson that we can learn from these markets, is to have a little bit of patience. Just like you would if you were in the stock market, you have to have a little bit more patience because things don't move like they would in crypto. But with crypto, all you got to do is wait 6 months. 6 months to a year. That's it. And all you have to do is wait and not flop around, flopping like a damn fish. Now, I will say I've made my own mistakes of flopping around like a fish, this past year and a half. I've gotten chewed up by the bin.eth debacle. I even got my Twitter account completely banned by getting involved in an NFT project. I've had my YouTube account freaking shut down. I had my crypto and Voyager wrecked. I have not sold something where I could have made more money. I mean, gosh, guys, I have made all the mistakes. And I just wagered a bet that you've probably made those same exact mistakes. But luckily, we have bull markets, we have bear markets. We've traditionally have come out of the bear market, out of the 2 to 3 years of a 2.5, 3 years of a bear market, and then the bull market ensues because of the 4-year cycle halving, and it always comes into play in the halving years, and you can see it in the breakdown of the monthly quarter returns of Bitcoin when you start looking at that data. You go to the data, go to Bitcoin percentage monthly returns, and if you want to see this and get the same data, you could go to coinglass.com. It's all free. And you can see what the quarter fours of the halving years looked like. 2017 and 2020, you got 215% in 2017 quarter four. 2020, you got 168%. Now we're speculating that we get a bullish quarter four for this halving year, which will get us in those movements of above $100,000 to $150,000 this year. That's this year. So this is why I think we're going to be in next year, in 2025, we're going to be seeing those bullish movements, because if you kind of look here, I want to show you. Here's the bullish movements in December in 2020, and then if you look at the January, February, or March months of the next year, don't you understand? So this is why I'm trying to show you this halving year, and look what happens in the next 3 months after the most parabolic move. Right there. It's right there. So now, if you were to now take this and you go into 2025 and you have these bullish months in November and December for this halving year of 2020, then 2025, January, February, and March are going to look very, very similar to, I think, how it played out right here, because this is when we got some of the biggest moves. So I think this is going to be very interesting to follow this, because you really want to go into next year thinking about taking profits. Not this year, next year. Just keep that in mind. Like, next year is your, like, gold, pot of gold at the end of the Bitcoin rainbow. I really believe this. And I'm not like, I'm trading off of it. Obviously, I am waiting till next year to be scooping any profits off of any of these meme coins or blue chips or Bitcoin itself. And also, if you think that Bitcoin is going to be going to even $200,000 per Bitcoin by next year, then buying at these prices, or even buying at 70K, say you buy Bitcoin at 70K when it starts to go up to the top again, guess what? Do 70 times, 70 times 7 for it is $140,000 per Bitcoin. You're still getting 100% return on Bitcoin. Now imagine when the altcoins start to rip and you get Bitcoin going up, 100%, we start to get major moves. Now what I am very curious about is when we have had these Bitcoin moves of 5 to 10%, we get altcoins going up 20, 25, 30%. We start to get these moves like that. And oh, by the way, guys, I have I had some things going on with my website. I ended up updating a version of it, and it just completely destroyed my website. Luckily, I copied it, and I was able to redo a domain, which is now under danocrypto.com. So if you go to danocrypto.com, which is a lot easier to type out than danielcurtishughes.com, this is the new domain for my website, danocrypto.com. So make sure you guys are going to that. I don't have the previous domain forwarding to this one, but we'll set that up very shortly. But keep an eye out on this website, guys, because we are going to be releasing some stuff that I think is going to be great for people who are trying to get into crypto. They're novice, 100% beginners. They don't know any of the terminology. They don't even know where to start, and they need something that they are going to feel comfortable doing so. So I am going to be releasing a crypto beginners course here very, very soon. And so, yeah, it's a good thing that you can give as maybe a gift to your mom or your grandma or peepaw or papa or pappy, whoever, whoever you want to basically orange pill, red pill in your family. It'll be perfect to do so. All right, so let's go and look at the altcoins and kind of let's see what's happening here in the daily. And on the weekly, we have Hex and Pulse Chain just crushing it right now. I think Hex and Pulse Chain is starting to pick up the pace. We've showed you guys the charts. We've showed you that this should be something that you can consider to dip your toe into, regardless of the FUD and all of the, just the negative PR that Hex and Pulse Chain and that whole ecosystem gets, especially because they are gatekept by CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. If Pulse Chain was listed properly, guess what? It would be in with Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, and probably up above Avalanche, and also getting up close to Cardano. But because the market likes to gatekeep, and this company, just like CoinMarketCap, is not properly showing this, that makes me want to buy Pulse Chain and that ecosystem even more. It makes me want to go into that ecosystem even more, guys. So I have very small margin inside this ecosystem. I'm testing out the liquidity pools. I'm testing out the PLSX. I'm testing out going into some of these meme coins, and it's just as easy as opening up the network on your MetaMask, adding the RPC. You get a Pulse Chain airdrop. If you have an Ethereum address, you get a Pulse Chain airdrop so you can have PLS to be able to use for gas fees, which is super cheap. And then you go to gopulse.com. You can add your portfolio right in here. Okay. And then it'll track the coins that you have specifically to Pulse, specifically to Pulse Chain. And then you can also do Ethereum as well. And then it'll show some of the tokens that you have with your Pulse Chain and also Ethereum address. But you go to apps, and then you can go to, you go to coin, and then you can overview the huge table of all the different coins. You can see the liquidity, what has the highest liquidity. Right now, at number 18, this is something that we speculated into as a meme coin on Pulse Chain was Bear, which is Teddy Bear. It had a pretty decent liquidity. And then you can see you got Down, you got Rapteth, Hex, PLS, and incentive of having the most liquidity. And then if you want to actually check out the bubbles, you can just, as easy as this, figure out which one you'd like to speculate into. You click that, and then you can just swap right into it. You can say buy Pulse Pepe. This is Pepe on Pulse, and then you can do this. And then you connect your wallet, and then you can do a swap. So this is inside one website. You can do everything that you need to do with Pulse, and I love being able to do that. I've always liked this website. It's pretty cool. So get into it. Test it out. You always want to be into the things that people are gatekeeping. That's for sure. There's a reason they gatekeep it. They're like, they want it all for themselves. Maybe they're like, no, we don't want it to get too valuated. All right, guys. So thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate you guys. I don't know how many people we have watching. I don't know if anyone is even caring right now. It's that part of the market where no one really cares right now until Bitcoin is over 100K. No one is going to really start to get super bullish, or the views are going to start getting really up there until we start getting those movements above of 80K, 90K Bitcoin. That's when retail is going to start popping up the Coinbase app. That's when people are going to start, the taxi drivers, the hairdressers, the servers, the bartenders. They're all like asking you what's the thing to buy? Should I buy? The classic conversation that happen when retail starts to come in. And the great thing about you guys already being here is that you already know. That's why they're going to come to you. That's what they're going to ask you. They're going to be asking you. You're going to be the one in your family that everyone was making fun of last year at Thanksgiving and Christmas. But then this Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're going to be like, what do I do? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I made fun of you. Because that's that classic thing where it's like... you walk in and it's all your family's around the table, and they go, "Oh, look, it's the crypto investor. How's your coins doing?" And you're like, especially after last cycle, they're like, "How's your crypto doing, bro? How's your crypto doing? You made money?" Oh. This is terrible. All right, but so this is what I have to deal with, guys. This is what I have to deal with. I got to deal with this. I got to deal with these jokers like Discover Crypto, AJ Writes Crypto, Crypto Lifer, Crypto Jeb, all trying to stream at the same time I'm streaming. Pulling algo towards them. And then, oh my gosh, and then we go as far as Crypto Banter Plus has got 1,000 people watching right now. And then let's see how many people we have watching on the Dano algo right now. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's okay. The crypto world will know eventually. All right, so let's get to the news. Guys. Make sure you follow me at Dano Crypto 904, and we will always be posting what we think is relevant, and also Just trying to be as bullish as we can, even during the short-term bearish action. Okay, so we have some major discrepancies happening right now, okay? So I don't know if you know this, but North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, gosh, what other states? I mean, Tennessee. I mean, basically the path of Hurricane Helene with the satellite images is absolutely disastrous. It is a should be deemed a national emergency and be and have like airlifting like supplies and just like really trying to help these people out, because it is reported that there are literally like kids walking in the fucking streets, excuse my language because it just makes me really mad, kids walking in the streets trying to find their parents because they literally are dead. Over 217 people have been reported to be dead from these massive floods, rivers overflowing. We had power is completely out, cities completely decimated, and something that's really messed up is that one of the reported towns is in a town of Spruce Pine. The local North Tow River overflowed, flooding the region that is also, get this, is the source of quartz used in microchips. So there's something really fishy going on. And why is it that there's no like outrage right now? There's no outrage. President Biden and Harris went there one time. They are only giving $725 to these families that have lost everything. And guess what? FEMA reports that they don't have enough money to support the people that have just lost everything in America, lost everything, and they're sending billions of dollars over to fund war. Billions of dollars over to fund war. And here is the response of the leaders that we have right now when they're asked, what do the states in the storm zones need? What do they need? And here's the response.
What does the storm zone need, Mr. President?
Okay.
What are the states in the storm zone? What do they need after what you saw today?
Oh, in the storm zone?
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering what storm you're talking about. They're getting everything they need. And they're very happy across the board.
What are the...
They're getting everything they need. That's what he said. They're getting everything they need and they're happy. All the while, there's literally children that can't find their parents walking in the streets right now. People are bartering food and water so they can get gas and internet. That's how bad it is. Like, literally, that's how bad it is. People are on the streets having to barter for resources because FEMA doesn't have enough money because, guess what? It all went to illegal immigrants. Guess what? It's going to illegal immigrants. And it's also going to war. Shouldn't that outrage you? That should make you absolutely outraged. And then we got clowns like Lindsey Graham. Look, he's asked, they're talking about the destruction that has happened in America, and then this freaking clown diverts the conversation into, oh, well, we need to send more bullets and more resources to Israel.
You can thank Donald Trump and Elon Musk for that. You know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them.
So literally, this is his response so he lives in America. Why don't you go move to Israel? Lindsey Graham, hey, you punk ass. Why don't you go move to Israel? Lindsey Graham, go move to Israel. Why don't you live over in the Middle East? Go live over there. If you want to support them so much, go live over there. But while we're here in America suffering, guess what? It's just like, what the heck? What the heck? That should absolutely make you so angry. It should make you so angry. Why are we being gaslighted to be felt bad if we don't want to send billions of dollars over to Israel? You're called you're anti-Semitic is what they say. They go, "Oh, you're anti-Semitic." I'm like, what? What? Come on, where's the freaking outrage, guys? Come on. I know you feel it. I know you feel it. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. And this is true. Elon Musk is totally right. He's like, if I bring up Trump in LA, people react like they got shot with a dart containing rabies and crystal meth. They're like, and this is probably why.
Our enemies are lunatics and maniacs. They cannot stand that they do not own me. I don't need them. I don't need anything about them. I don't need their money. They cannot steer me. They cannot shake me, and they will never, ever control me, and they will never, ever, therefore, control you. At the end of the day, anyone else will be intimidated, bought off, blackmailed, or ripped to shreds. I alone will never retreat, and that is why we must stand together and we must charge. We have to charge full speed ahead.
I really do believe that is why there has been multiple assassination attempts on this dude's life, why the mainstream media has had a coordinated effort to completely try and destroy this man's reputation, character, anything that he's involved with, and to bring him down to the ground. Because why? He might be, just might be, the only person that's standing in the way from the deep state having absolute, complete control over the next 10 years. Who knows? Even longer than that. If we don't put a freaking stop to the manipulation. At this point, we've had, besides the 4 years that Trump was in office, and guess what? They threw COVID. They threw COVID in there to completely dismantle any of the progress that the 4 years did make. And then you think about the previous 8 years that was under Obama, and it's like, if you think of the track record of the Democratic Party, socialism, social programs that don't work, just like being taxed out the ass, slush funds, wars. That's when the Democrats are in charge. Open borders, illegal immigrants getting cash, your cash. It's not their cash, it's your cash. They're getting your cash. $2,000 a month, $2,400 a month for illegal immigrants. Those same illegal immigrants, if they're not criminals and literally rapists, they are probably doing trade jobs that then American companies are then paying cheap labor to then basically they're not outsourcing, they're insourcing. They're insourcing cheap labor work and then firing the American citizen because it's a lot easier to just fund an illegal immigrant than it is to fund an actual American citizen. Absolutely insane. And you wonder why we're bankrupt. You wonder why we're in a $37 trillion deficit. And you wonder why there is all of this chaos happening. It's because our leaders right now, who are of the Democratic Party, leftist, like fascist, crazy people, are destroying the country from the inside. You don't destroy a America by force and by boots on the ground, by war. No. You infiltrate it from the inside. The inside. That is what is happening right now. We have bad actors. We have bad people. They're bad people. They have blood on their hands for what they are doing right now, and they should all be put in prison. 100%. The people that have sabotaged the American people and have completely taken the deal, they should be put in jail. And that is why they're squirming. That is why they're afraid. That is why they're trying to kill this man. And this is why they are so shaken in their boots to try everything they can now to make sure that their Ponzi scheme keeps going. And this is what's crazy, guys, is that even though Trump had an assassination attempt on his life at this specific spot, Elon Musk announces he will attend President Trump's return to Butler, Pennsylvania rally where he was nearly murdered on live TV on July 13th. The rally is this Saturday. The world will be watching. All right, so then check this out. This is even better. This just shows you that they're really, really starting to shake, because they have people like Bukele, Milei, and then Trump also, and some of the Republicans that are in our administration that are pro Bitcoin. Check this out.
So on El Salvador, IMF staff have an ongoing engagement with the Salvadorian authorities, and the objective is to reach agreement on a new IMF-supported program that would help with the macroeconomic stabilization and adjustment, and also growth-enhancing reforms. Ongoing discussions are focused on policies to strengthen reforms that can be used to boost productivity and economic governance. Addressing risks arising from Bitcoin is a key element of these discussions. And of course, the goal is to keep our control and to have these countries do what we say, because we are the International Monetary Fund. And if we don't have a grip on our Ponzi scheme and our constituents, then the people will start to wake up, is basically what she's saying. So she's saying, look, we need to have precautions set in place and limits for countries like El Salvador to keep becoming free, and then we can still have a control on what they can and cannot do in terms of the IMF, is basically what she's saying. For the fund to be in a position to support a credible and well-sequenced policy package that is designed by the authorities. With respect to the details on Bitcoin, what we have recommended is a narrowing of the scope of the Bitcoin law, strengthening the regulatory framework and oversight of the Bitcoin ecosystem, and limiting the public sector exposure to Bitcoin.
Now, do you hear this? Are you hearing this correctly? This should make you more bullish on Bitcoin. IMF wants to limit it. You need to buy more. That's how I kind of think about it. When I hear this, I'm like, who made you or the IMF the rule makers for us of what we can buy? And the government. No. And then you got HBO apparently claiming that they know who Satoshi Nakamoto is, which I think is absolute BS. And it makes the whole cryptocurrency just look like I feel like it maybe just looks like a scam. It makes us look stupid. We're going to watch this.
Satoshi Nakamoto, the inventor of Bitcoin, could be one of the richest people on Earth.
And by the way, guys, we got to get the likes up. We got to get the likes up. Let's get them past 10 likes. We got to get the likes up, or YouTube will not push this content. It's just a fact. You have to hit the like button, or it won't go anywhere. It will not go anywhere.
But many years ago, Satoshi had disappeared, and with Bitcoin being woven into the fabric of the financial system, solidifying its role as digital gold, perhaps the question of Satoshi's identity was more pressing than ever. We should start with just an interview with you in Malta, if that sounds good to you.
Okay.
Who would have been working around the clock to introduce something like Bitcoin?
A lot of technical people will say, I could have done that. It's actually much harder than it looks.
Anyone competent enough to go do Bitcoin probably would be competent enough to not leave any traces.
Satoshi's got nothing to pick up by his stash.
Yeah, just 1 million Bitcoin. The currency derived from electricity might pose a real threat to the dollar. 3, 2, 1. If it gained in popularity.
I'm the crazy prince that was talking about Bitcoin.
What we're trying to do is get parallel systems in place. Dollars, Bitcoin, pesos, Bitcoin, yen, Bitcoin.
If it looks like something could replace the US dollar as the world's reserve currency, three-letter agencies will do whatever they can to disrupt projects like Bitcoin.
I would rather buy shit that's worth something than buying crypto.
Bitcoin is about undermining the Federal Reserve, disintermediating the nation state.
It's not like Satoshi had some master plan.
Yeah, it's like you're in some sort of cult. You guys are having fun now.
Right?
Satoshi left a lot of digital history.
When he left, he distributed control amongst different people in the community.
Were you the first person that Satoshi reached out to?
I believe so, yeah.
Best evidence of him being Satoshi.
Of not being Satoshi.
Being Satoshi.
What indication did you have that he was collaborating with the government?
If you dig deep enough, the inconsistencies will emerge.
Seems like he's responding.
I've been told Satoshi was a group of people.
I have to be careful at talking about that topic.
He checks a lot of boxes.
I will admit, you're pretty creative. You come with some crazy theories.
Here's what I think happened.
It's Bitcoin. Don't trust, verify.
What do you guys think about that? What do you think? Do you think it is a good idea to even try and unlock who Satoshi Nakamoto is? And if we end up finding out, even if it is true and you even believe it, if they said, or if someone came out and said that they are Satoshi Nakamoto, most of the time it's false. And it's going to be pretty hard to figure that out to begin with. But at the same time, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The person's anonymous for a reason, and it needs to stay that way because it is part of the security of the network. And so if someone can't be thrown in jail or killed or knocked off because they created Bitcoin, it makes it a lot easier for the network to continue to grow, because then there's no way that you can really actually stop it at the point where like anyone in the world can buy it. Anyone in the world can buy it. You don't have to pay to do it, just like you do XRP. You just if you have energy that you have put into your service or work or whatever you did, and then you got a piece of paper representing that, and then that piece of paper actually isn't represented on anything of value besides debt. You take that piece of paper, that fiat debt currency, that fiat paper, and you put it into Bitcoin. Guess what? It now holds that energy in Bitcoin and is translated into the global liquidity of the entire world. And so that's what Bitcoin is. It's a representation of the global liquidity of the world. The Bitcoin price follows global liquidity. So when global liquidity is up, Bitcoin's up, because what is the best thing that you can put that dirty, garbage fiat currency into? Well, it's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. It's crypto. So, I don't know. Do you agree? Do you guys agree? I don't know. The chat's a little quiet. The chat's a little quiet. But that's okay. The chat won't be quiet soon enough. The chat will actually start to be rolling off the charts, because the price in the next couple months is going to be rolling off the charts. So we'll start to see this chat like firing off. We'll start to see it firing off here soon. We will see. We will see. All right, so let's get into a couple more news articles. Sorry to get like angry, but man, guys, like sometimes, guys. All right,
and
so
if you
let's
look at past cycles, the biggest outperformance have always been cults. BTC, I'm sure you would agree that it's a cult.
Right.
Ethereum and Solana are culty to some extent.
Yeah.
Ripple, very famous cult. Cardano, very famous cult. Even Luna and Hex, which had a bad ending, but they had a very culty communities, right? And in their local sort of window of outperformance, they went ballistic. And if you look at past cycles, the biggest outperformance.
Now, this guy, the meme coin messiah, I really actually I like his thesis. I like his thesis because basically you got Harry Potter or Sonic Obama 10 Inu, ticker Bitcoin. You got Apu, which is the most Pepe styled, meme that has been used across the internet. You have Mog, and then you got the SPX 6900, the Giga Chad. I agree with some of these, but they're missing Ponky in there. He's missing Ponky. He's got to have Ponky in there, and then just Pepe, But I do like the breakdown. If you watch what he's talking about, you actually watch his like master class in meme coin narrative. I think Rand posted it, and I don't know. Is it actually on? Let me see. Where is that talk? He had a really nice talk. Let's see if we could pull. I don't know how far back it was. It was only just like. Okay, cool. All right, he has Ponky on the chart. Let's go. Yeah, basically, it was just explaining that most of the things that are going to do well are the community cult-like followings. It's not going to be like a lot of these like utility vaporware coins that everyone's like, oh, okay, well, it's going to be the faster transaction. Whoa, it's going to be, has the more throughput and this and that and this and that. Like that, no one cares about that. No one cares about that. There's already chains that have proven that they can do this. It's fine. You don't reinvent the wheel. You just roll it. Just roll the wheel. Keep it rolling down. You don't have to invent the wheel again. It's all good. That's why the memes are actually going to be the top narrative out of the whole space. Regardless if you want to believe it or not. It's definitely in the cards. And so what I've been following as my meme narrative, I've been following Kindu Inu. I've been following Pepe. I've been following Bitcoin, ticker Bitcoin. My list of things that I think are going to perform well. We'll go to it real quick. Let's go to CoinMarketCap, and I'll pull up my little quick list here. Let's see. Where did CoinMarketCap go? Where did it go? There it is. Okay, let's see. We got watch list, and we want to go to the 2024-2025 banger list. Okay, so we got Bitcoin, Ethereum, we got Solana. We think Dogecoin is going to do well. We have Shiba Inu, I feel like is going to do well even in this cycle that we're in right now. Because the previous cycle, you see how well it did, and you see how well it did in the teaser altcoin season that we had this year. It pumped off of a bull flag pennant hard, like really hard, when Ethereum started to crush. And now this is why I still keep it in the list of coins to not fade, because I know there's all the new fancy shiny meme coins and all the new fancy things, but I would much rather bet on SHIB than bet on the new shiny thing. And that's just my personal opinion. Doesn't mean I don't have a new shiny thing in my bag, because I do. I have Kindu Inu, is a derivative of the success of Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu does well, dog coins do well in general, and then Kendu Inu, like we were talking about, of a type of cult-like almost following, is happening as we speak. And so this is why I pick those types of projects like Kendu, because it feels like that same type of bullish momentum that we had with Shiba. So what is going on, guys? We got some people popping into the live stream. Let's go. All 21 of you. I need you to share this. I need you to share this stream on X, on LiveJournal, on MySpace, on whatever you use. Just share this thing, and also hit the like button. Hit the like button. Gotta get this thing pumping. All right, so going down the list, we got Chainlink. I think Chainlink, with the partnerships of the real world assets and also incorporating tokenized treasuries and tokenized bonds and stocks and things and all these things that they're trying to tokenize, is using Chainlink technology. So if any altcoin has utility backed by it, it's Chainlink. So then we got Polkadot. So Polkadot, if you remember, was $50, $60 at the peak of the last cycle. And it is, funny enough, the only coin on CoinMarketCap that has a nice little fancy logo animation. So I don't know if that's like CoinMarketCap trying to tell us like, hey, you should look at Polkadot more than everything else. But hey, I mean, I was still bullish on DOT for how well it did in the previous cycle. And in terms of like what they're doing, you don't really hear too much about it. We know we have the parachains. We know that obviously Gavin Wood is very experienced in the ecosystem. He's the co-founder of Ethereum. And so I think this is why people still have that Polkadot kind of bullish narrative in their mind. They're like, we don't want to forget about Polkadot, especially if it ends up going to $50 and be like, oh my God, I could have bought it for $4. And then you still, Near Protocol, same thing. Like, it's super bullish, got partnerships with Google and Amazon and all that stuff. They're, doing AI things. There's a whole ecosystem with NFTs and stuff like that. Then $4, that's super cheap. And then we're bullish on Litecoin, because Litecoin is our canary in the coal mine oscillator for when we should start looking at taking profits on altcoins. Because when Litecoin, every cycle of the bull cycle for altcoins in the altcoin season, Litecoin went as high as $350 to $400. And that was when the entire market was just like going absolutely insane. So then you have to have Litecoin on your radar as well. And you have to also have the DEXs. So you got Uniswap, you got SushiSwap, you got PancakeSwap, you have Radium, Orca, you have Jupiter, all of these different decentralized platforms, DYDX, all kinds of different stuff. Just start to pay attention to the DEXs as well, the decentralized exchanges. And then obviously we're super bullish on Pepe. We think Pepe is going to go into the top 10, getting and surpassing possibly Shiba Inu and Dogecoin, because Pepe is going to get listed on Coinbase, and you guys are going to have to cope. I hate to say it, but you're just going to have to cope. You will have to cope with the fact that Pepe is going to be in the top 10. It's just going to happen. It's going to be one of those things that you'll have to cope with. All right, and then we have the Polygon ecosystem, which they had the migration successful from Matic to now the Pol token, and that ecosystem is still running, still strong, and we're super bullish on that. We think Pol could probably hit up to a $2 to between $2 and $5 for this run, maybe even a little bit more. And then we got Immutable X for the implementation of crypto gaming using Immutable. Super bullish for games to be using Immutable for how they are implementing their signage and all-in-one encompassing account that you can use your Immutable address with things like Medieval Empires, for instance. So super bullish on Medieval Empires. and this should be in this list as well. We bullish on Crow. There's a reason why we're bullish on Crow is because Crypto.com is just a solid exchange. They have a lot of features. I think they're a good competition against Coinbase and Gemini and other exchanges like Kraken. They have solidified themselves to be very strong because they were the only app that didn't have system shutdowns or like couldn't access the app or some stupid crap like that usually Coinbase or all these other applications went down. Voyager went completely belly up and went down. And out of all of FTX went completely belly up, went down, obviously. And through all of that volatility, guess who was still up? Guess who was still up? Crypto.com. So this is why I don't fade Crow or Crypto.com. And it's got some of the best staking rewards, I think, inside of an app for the Crow token. If you're familiar with the ecosystem, and guys, if you want to use my link in the description for Crypto.com, you get a bonus by doing so. All right, so then Arbitrum and Optimism are the layer 2s for Ethereum that last year, and I think it was last year, like beginning of last year, we started to get these tokens coming up like Optimism. Maybe it was 2022. Can't remember if it was 2022 or 2023 where we had Optimism and Arbitrum come out. And and then we got PayPay. PayPay is pumping. Yeah, we have PayPay in this list as well. So we're still gonna keep going down, and then we're gonna pull up some of the charts, and we'll go to the coin. We'll go to the quote of the day, and then we're gonna go to the coin of the day, and then we're gonna go to the last portion of the show, which is the questions, answers, debates, discussions, all of those things. And we want to make sure you guys stick around to the very end, and we can also hopefully we can get this stream to 20 likes before we end the stream today. Really do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. All right, so going down the list, if you want, so Arbitrum has a pretty decent liquidity in terms of total value locked and active addresses, and possibly some potential memeage on there, maybe some memes on Arbitrum that you haven't thought about. And then you have Optimism. Okay, so Optimism, if you're bullish on Optimism, you're bullish on Coinbase's layer 2 base. So base chain is Coinbase's layer 2, and they don't have a token. There's no token for base chain. So if you buy Optimism, and you know Coinbase is going to be one of the top movers for crypto in general, just in terms of company valuation. Coinbase is the only crypto company in exchange right now that has an initial it has been IPO'd and also is available on the stock market to be able to purchase a stock. So this is why I'm bullish on Optimism. It's almost like if you buy Optimism and Brett, you're buying the success of Coinbase and also the coin, the ticker for the stock coin. And so this is how I'm going into the market. This is like how I'm starting to process different layered of tokens of success and altcoins to hold. And you can go the same way when you're thinking about, say, Solana, and you're bullish on Solana. Where's Solana in here? Where did it go? There it is. Yeah, so if you're bullish on Solana and you think Solana is going to start getting up to like BNB type prices where it gets to like $500, $600, then things like Radium and Orca and the underlying assets on the chain are going to pump massively. And I think one of those things is going to be Ponky. Ponky right now, in terms of all of the memes, is super undervalued, super underrated, and is at a healthy market cap for it to absolutely run massively. And so this is why we have it on the list. And then also to keep, I know you guys are super bullish on PayPay. So PayPay is pumping right now. Apparently in the past 24 hours, 12%. And then we got a 1% on the hourly, up 1.3% for PayPay. Now, if you don't know what PayPay is, it is the Chinese narrative of Pepe. And it is the narrative that China is going to loosen its grip on crypto, unban Bitcoin purchasing for institutions, and also make it a lot easier for the citizens to be able to get into crypto. And so what this is going to do is put PayPay in the realm of the Asian Eastern markets. And so I think with that and having bullish exchange listings that they have over 50,000 holders, and it is becoming one of the more popular, strong Ethereum meme coins, along in the list with Kendu Inu, and also with things like GigaChad, SPX 6900, ticker Bitcoin. So we're kind of like lumping those in as our strong Ethereum picks for this cycle. And we already explained about Kendu Inu. And then also, just to put into perspective, an easy two tokens that you could look at for crypto gaming is these two studios, Nakamoto Games and Vulcan Forged. Both of them have dashboards that you can go in, download games, play games, test out the ecosystem, get into all the stuff that they have going on. Vulcan Forged, as I would say a little bit more extensive and then kind of a harder barrier to entry, because you got like Metaverse Land, you got like 10, 15 different games and ecosystems that everyone is all involved in. There is a chain linked into Vulcan Forged as well. There's just a lot going on in Vulcan Forged. You could really do some work and research into Vulcan Forged and what that ecosystem is all about. I think it's going to do really well. And then also Nakamoto Games, I think, is pretty undervalued, and I think will be one of the easiest possible barrier to entry for crypto for gamers to be implemented into that ecosystem. And then also for mobile gaming, in corporations with the Telegram app to do in-game or in-app stuff, it's going to be pretty bullish. And so those are the two things that I'm looking at for crypto games. And obviously, you got things like Star Atlas, you have things like Pixels, and then also you have, speaking of Pixels, Ronin Wallet. The Ronin chain is something that you want to possibly keep on the radar as a bullish coin, token, and chain and wallet all together that is helping crypto gaming push and grow further with a great ecosystem dedicated specifically to the ecosystems of crypto gaming. And so have that on the radar as well. Ronin Wallet. And then for DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks, you got XYO as one of the top dogs. I think when Ethereum breaks all-time high, XYO is going to catch up and we'll start breaking back into that 2 cent, 3 cent range. And they're building. They're on multiple chains. We've made videos on them. If you've watched this channel, you know about XYO. We've been bullish on it. And so that's another super bullish coin that we're looking forward to for 2025. And then STG is just a bridge omni-chain protocol that you can do staking, you can do bridging, you can do liquidity pair pools with stable coins and all kinds of stuff. So Stargate Finance, I'm super bullish on as a Polygon ecosystem token. And did I miss some? I missed a few. Okay, yeah. Thorchain. Now, Thorchain, I think, is going to do really well as well. Ruin, you can do a lot on Thorchain. When Bitcoin is bullish, Thorchain is bullish. And then when we get into the layer 1 ecosystems that are using the EVM as their backup, we have Phantom. Phantom I'm super bullish on Phantom. It did really well in the previous cycle. It went as high as $2.50 to $3, the Phantom ecosystem, maybe even $3. Yeah, all-time high was $3.48. So I'm super bullish on Phantom. It's got a good ecosystem. You got to remember, if you're bullish on Phantom, then you want to also be bullish on Spooky Swap, which is one of the DEX protocols for Phantom as well. So you want to be bullish on Spooky Swap as well. Now, let's go back, and I think there was one token that we should have had in here, and I don't know why it's not in here. Is it? There it is. Okay, yeah, and then AVAX. Okay, so AVAX, $26 right now. $26 AVAX is absolutely insane. And then you got the partnerships with AVAX with Microsoft and Xbox and their game Off Grid, which is one of the first games to really go full like basically mainstream on-chain and in the faces of gamers. And this is what we want. We want this stuff like this. But here's the thing. Us now in this ecosystem of our little crypto bubble that we're in, $26 for AVAX is absolutely insane. Craziness. Because if you think we even get close to the of $140, holy moly, guys. Holy moly. Sorry, I think we're having... My computer is taking a... Hold on. Let me see if we can do something here, because I think it's my computer's trying. It's trying very, very hard. So hold on. Woo! Something wicked just came here. See if we can. Let's see. Optimize. We need to optimize. I need more RAM. I need more RAM. Help. Help, I need more RAM. Okay, is it starting to act right? Okay, I think it's starting to act right. Holy moly, guys. This computer is struggling. Struggling. I think we're back in business. Okay. Looks like we're... Oh my gosh. Literally was about to just like... I think my computer was just about to crash. It was about to crash and burn. Okay. Quote of the day. Let's get on the quote of the day. We got a quote of the day plan. We got a couple quotes here. Okay. And these are specific crypto quotes. All right. Bitcoin is a tool for freeing humanity from oligarchs and tyrants dressed up as a get-rich-quick scheme. Naval Ravikant, former CEO of AngelList. And then we have elected to put our money and faith in a mathematical framework that is free of politics and human error. That's Tyler Winklevoss, the Winklevoss twins, co-CEO of Gemini. And then you also have this. You can't stop things like Bitcoin. It will be everywhere, and the world will have to readjust. World governments will have to readjust. It is if you can't beat them, then you join them. And I think that's what's going to be happening pretty soon here with the banks. If the banks don't want to actually go completely under and then get bailed out again, because guess what happened out of the bailout of the banks in 2008? Bitcoin. That's what came out of that crash was Bitcoin. And so, I don't know. See what happens. All right, we're crushing the level. We just went over the 200-day moving average, I think, on the daily here. Let's look at the daily. Did we go over the 200-day moving average? We're about to hit it. We're sitting at 60. We got this nice green candle on Bitcoin. We're sitting at 62.1. As we were yapping our freaking trap, Bitcoin is just going off and could be potentially breaking some of that resistance that we were hitting at this level right here. And so are we going to be actually now breaking out of the bull flag here? Are we going to be breaking out of the bull flag that has been forming right here on the daily? Is it in the cards? Well, I think if we start trading, we start really getting some of that movements. Oh, man, yeah, the MACD looking like it was getting a little bit of some selling pressure off. But can this run be sustained? We have to get a push over the 200-day moving average on the daily, which is getting close to crossing here. Getting close to crossing here with the 20 SMA. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Are we getting some bullish movements here? Getting a little bit of bullish movements. What are we seeing with the altcoins here that are moving alongside Bitcoin? Most of it being Pepe getting 9%. Pepe also potentially breaking out of this regression trend that was happening recently. Let's look at it. Yeah, so Pepe's looking good. Pepe's looking like it wants to test right back up into that region right here. If we go to, let's go to the other Pepe chart. This one right here. And it's looking like we are going to possibly test back up into the Bollinger Band right here at 1407. Be a nice move to the upside. 48% move to the upside if we start pushing back up into those levels. So we have to see that Bitcoin is going to keep this momentum, and then we could be going long. We got chopped. We basically got chopped up the past 2 days. So we kind of just we're going to get in when we feel like we're not going to get chopped up again. There was so much volatility that happened, Bitcoin going back to 60K, or at least close to almost 60K, or at least in the 60K ranges. We are going to hopefully readjust and get into some decent positions. But ultimately, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't want to get FOMO. Don't want to get any kind of FOMO here. We just want to know that we're getting into some decent positions. And I'm curious what you guys are looking at right now and what you're thinking about trading on these bullish movements here. What are you looking at? We got Ponky going up 13%. Ponky's looking really good. What else? What else is looking good? Render up 11%. Render's looking really good as well. See what things are up the most in terms of my list. Ticker Bitcoin up 24%. Gosh, the thing is crushing up to 33 cents. Ticker Bitcoin really making some moves right now. And Nakamoto Games, like I said, really underrated. I think, this is doing really well, 15%. Shiba Inu up 9%. Pepe up 9%. Brett up 8%. We got Injective up 7%. Metis up 6%. Metis is kind of lagging a little bit, but we're still pretty bullish on Metis just as a layer 2 token for Ethereum. Went up to $156 in March in that teaser altcoin season, so could be looking at that in the cards for when we start running up again. All right, so let's look at some of the meme coins. Let's look at let's see, we're gonna do the coin of the day, and we're just gonna do a couple coins right now. We're starting to see some bullish movements on Teddy Bear here, which is the most popular meme coin right now on Pulse Chain, and so we have a little bit of a bag of that currently right now. And let's see if it's doing some traction here. Let's see if it's doing some stuff. All right, yeah, it's starting to go up a little bit. The whole so really at the peak of what this particular Pulse Chain account said, it was about $350 to $400. I think that's about how much we were putting in. And honestly, like we were putting in probably more close to the top than anywhere at the bottom. So that's why it's down this much. But I think what's going to end up happening is this pretty soon is going to end up saying about $1,000 when we start getting Ethereum back up into those prices of $3,500 to $4,000 per Ethereum. Then this is going to say $1,000, and then who knows? I mean, even my little measly $23 I put into Teddy Bear could turn into, I don't know, maybe $1,000 just on its own. And then this will say 2K. We'll see. We will see. But all right, so that's how Teddy Bear's looking. Chart actually looks pretty bullish. All right, so then we want to look at, let's look at Solana. And I'm sorry guys, my computer is still just like having a time. It's having some issues here. It's having some major issues. Okay. Now, in terms of liquidity on the Solana chain, we got GigaChad. GigaChad has 3.6 million in liquidity. The trading volume is really up there. And then we have Mother, which is so crazy. Like everyone was so bearish on the celeb tokens for the rug pulls. And then all of a sudden you get Daddy and Mother coming out of all of the noise. The dust started to settle and you're like, okay, who's actually going to stay with the coin that they made? Hey, Iggy Azalea with Mother actually did a pretty damn good job of being and implementing herself into the community by actually joining some of the crypto events, hosting her own event that was in either, I don't know if it was in Solana, Breakpoint, or if it was for token in Singapore. I can't remember exactly where it was, but they showed up. They showed up, and a lot of people had to pivot and give Iggy Azalea and the Mother team some credit for actually doing what they said and also sticking with the coin. It's 4 months old, and a lot of the times those coins and those celebrity tokens that were launched around the same time are absolute zero. And one of them, if you know, was the Jason token, the Jason Derulo token, and that one went to absolute zero. So sometimes you got to let the dust settle. Sometimes you have to let the dust settle a little bit, and then you can see what is going to be worth investing in. And then let's see what else is in here. Moomoo. So I know you guys are familiar with Moomoo. I feel like Moomoo is basically like the Bobo of Solana. Because Bobo obviously is a strong Ethereum token, just as well as like going into that list with Ticker Bitcoin, Pepe, and all that. But then when you get into things like Moomoo, it's kind of almost that similar vibe of Bobo, but on Solana. And so I don't want to forget about Moomoo, and for the fact that it's still pretty low market cap at 106 mil. And I don't like wicks like that, though. The wicks like that absolutely suck. But sometimes it could be an indication of where the coin might actually end up pumping again. And if it did that, that's 689% move to the upside. Talk about setting a limit order. Go on Jupiter and just be like, all right, I'm going to set a limit order at 0.0, or as a limit order sell at 0.003507. And I'm just going to buy right here. Yeah, Moomoo could fill the wick. You could possibly fill the wick with Moomoo and then just be like, all right, let's go. Let's get basically a 600% move to the upside. So I'm actually going to keep Moomoo as another possible Solana coin. But I've already told you guys, you know what I'm bullish on with Solana, and it is obviously it's Ponky. Super bullish on Ponky for Solana. And I'm also really bullish on Orc and Waffles. And so comparatively, you're still really early to Ponky because it's only $166 million market cap. And compared to the other like coins on Solana right now, it's massively undervalued. Massively, massively undervalued. And we all know this now. We all know this at this point. Or maybe you don't, but now you do. If you're watching this channel, you know it's massively undervalued. And so then we're starting to get that orc pump. We're starting to get that orc pump that we were waiting for. We're breaking out of that support. We're breaking out of that support. We're going to trade up possibly at least to this previous resistance to 64. We do a resistance support flip right here, and then we're going to be breaking into all-time highs, which is going to be, I think, about 2 cents, 3 cent range. This is where we're going to be looking forward towards, is that 2-3 cent range. And it's the same when it comes to Waffles. Waffles is very undervalued in terms of a Solana coin. This is not a meme coin really anymore. It is it has products that they're building. They have Waffle Sign, Waffle Swap, Waffle Studios, and they are doing some stuff. They're actually doing some stuff. So if we get back up into this to these resistance of the all-time highs right here, where we start to go here, we get back up into that. We're going to start testing up into those ranges, and that is going to be a nice 234% move to the upside from where we just were in July and June. And so I'm looking for a 4 to 5 cent Waffles coming up here in the next couple of months. We got 26,000 holders for Waffles, and then if you go back on Orc, I think there's about 15,000 holders for this particular one, 10,000. So You're really early with these two particular coins when it comes to the Solana ecosystem. And then going into the Ethereum ecosystem, going into the liquidity, you can see the highest liquidity tokens are Bobo, PayPay, ticker Bitcoin, and you got Mog Coin, Pepe, Nero's in there as well, Banana. Have not seen, but it haven't even a year ago. And then we got Pith. Okay, so Pith. Have not dived into Pith. Have not dived into Pith, so I have no comment on Pith. So DH, does anyone know how to open an account on BYBIT or BITFLEX to a 14-year-old? Well, it's if you are BYBIT, you can't BYBIT, you have to KYC. But BITFLEX, you don't have to KYC. So if you use my link in the description or the OURBIT link in the description, you don't have to KYC with those. So basically, you set up an account. You can set it up in literally like 15 seconds by using an email address. And some of them, I think you can use your phone number as well. And so it's as simple as that. So they don't ask for any of that info they don't ask for any of that type of info. So yeah. So if you're wanting to trade no KYC, I have the links in the description for what I believe is to be the best non-KYC exchanges to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, the meme coins. OURBIT has added a lot of the most bullish meme coins right now that are trading on the markets, and they're very quick to add what is trending. And then BITFLEX recently has added a lot of perpetuals, futures perpetuals for certain coins. And so you should get a little bit more action with those two particular exchanges. And you get a fat, juicy bonus by signing up. All right, so let's look at the Base tokens too. Let's look and see what's happening on Base right now. You know, we had that degen listing on Coinbase, which made it go up 134%. So we're kind of speculating that but when Brett is listed on Coinbase, which I just don't understand why it hasn't been already. Maybe they're just waiting for that prime time to list it so then retail can just like hop on. I think they're wanting to get that retail FOMO into Brett, so they're waiting for that prime time to probably list it on Coinbase, and I think they're going to do the same thing with Pepe. I think if Coinbase is smart, they're going to, and yes, BITFLEX is no KYC, by the way, Amelia. BITFLEX, no KYC. And okay, so we're crushing levels. I'm watching the chat. I'm watching the chat, so I'm listening to what you guys are saying. We're looking at these levels here right now. Bitcoin is actually starting to possibly, I think we could be going up to 64. We could be going up to 64 because now we're starting to get a little bit more momentum. We got a bullish divergence here. Nice bullish divergence here on the chart. So we're looking good. We're looking good here in the short term. We were bearish. A lot of people were super bearish. We thought we were going to be just breaking down to $54,000, but now it looks like we could be trading back up into the wedge here. And if we trade back up and clear the wedge, guess what? The next target is going to be 73K, guys. And so if we can break this, if we can actually really break this, we might actually go long. We're going to try and go long again, and hopefully not get chopped up again because the market has just been chopping people up. The market's been chopping people up so bad for the fact that they almost want to quit. They're like, I've had multiple people that watch this channel come to me and actually even say, I gotta step away. They're like, I can't take this anymore. They're like, I can't take it anymore. It's too volatile. But we always say, if you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, boy. You can't take that heat, get out of the kitchen. We almost couldn't take the heat. We almost had to step out of the kitchen, but we said, hell no, we're the chef. We're chefing in here. We're cooking. Oh, all right. And yeah, so yeah, I'm bullish on this exchange for no KYC. No KYC. Great bonuses also with BITFLEX, also great bonuses as well. And so yeah, gonna see some bullish movements coming up here. Very, very soon. Very soon. It's happening. It's happening. Could see Sol. We're looking at Sol right now. Sol trying to test back up over that EMA cross. Possible to test back up into the high of 161. Pretty decent low here, though. I mean, if you think you get a nice entry here on this bullish momentum, we keep that momentum, then we could be hitting up into that next resistance level right here, 3% move, and then a 9% move to the upside with Solana going back to 157. It literally was just at 157 3 days ago. 3 days ago it was at 157, and we're at 143. So this could be a good potential long setup with the bullish momentum that we're having with Bitcoin. And yeah, guys, I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're feeling good. Now, real quick before we end the stream, we will go to the we'll go to the trending coins of the whoa. What just happened here? Edit, undo. There we go. Okay. Let's see what is the let's see what the trending coins are right now in terms of max return on investment. First City in Mars, we got Manifest, Goofy. A lot of these we haven't seen. Keyboard Cat's coming back with traction on base. Remember talking about that Keyboard Cat. And then we have oh, interesting enough, Based Pepe. And then we have Andy Rio 7% hours ago on Lana. Mother Iggy doing well, and then Dolan Tremp never stops, does it? Yeah, so this is currently trending right now. Let's see, top by market cap. See what's happening here. Not by market cap. We're gonna do let's see, latest coins. Let's see what's the latest coins. Latest coins. No data. Oh, okay. These were just created 57 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. We got Cannoli, Shinshu, Billy, Dog with Brush. Now there's a Dog with Brush on Ethereum. Market cap is already at 102,000. All right. Let's okay. Let's look at maybe coin created on. Let's see on Avalanche. Let's see the latest coin Avalanche. No data. Okay. Floki and Pepe. Yep. Floki and Pepe. GRT. Yep. The graph. Yep. All right. So, guys, let me know if my website's working, by the way, the danocrypto.com. Let me know if it is working because I just transferred, or I bought this domain literally today. I'm surprised it actually started to work. I don't know if it's working for me. So you can do me a favor and go to this website and see if it works for you. It would have been nice to actually use my previous website that had all my metrics and all the things that have already been hit in the interwebs for a really long time. But when I upgraded my website on Squarespace, they do not make it easy to update my website or get it to the thing that I could actually have courses inside my website. I completely destroyed my website. So luckily I copied it, and now I put a brand new domain on the copied website. That was the right thing to do. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so let's see what's happening on the 15-minute. All right, we got things pumping. We got things going. We got things moving. All right, well, I really appreciate you guys even coming into this stream for even just a little bit. And yeah, I think we're going to end it because our computer's trying to literally take a crap right now. So we will continue. And actually, I wanted to tell you guys. Hopefully, if I can get this thing to. I'm gonna have to Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete. Man, it can't even bring up the task manager. My computer's running so damn slow. Oh, so crazy. That's so much memory. That's way too much memory being used. Holy moly. Whoa. That's wild. Man. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get the memory up here. Whoa. So insane. Okay. All right, guys. So what we wanted to tell you is that we are going to take a break on the nighttime live streams. So the 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live streams, I think we're going to take a break on them for a little bit. We want to focus on building something. We want to focus on building this course. We want to focus on building our secret project that we haven't told anyone like publicly about, but we are actively working on it, and we want to really make sure that we can like have the mental capacity to like complete this thing and really work on it. And so what I'm going to do is just kind of like stop the nighttime streams, and we'll do one middle of the week live stream that's at night or something. I don't know. I'll let the community decide. What day do you think we should do that one live stream at night where we all come together, we come back, but we're still going to be live streaming obviously Monday through Friday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, but we want to do just one nighttime stream, and we'll maybe do it on like a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that, maybe middle of the week or something. But we really want to focus on getting this stuff launched before we hit into the bull run, because I think if anything is smart and you're trying to get something released or whatever it may be, or finish something that has to do with crypto, God, it would be perfect timing to get it done before the end of the year. Because why not build something in this space when we're so early? We're so early, and you can see the potential of it and what it can do next year when we start really running. So this is why I want to really kind of have that mental space. And also just with how I know how I am, if I'm trying to do all kinds of these different things, things are going to start falling to the wayside. So I really want to focus. So if you're wondering where the nighttime streams are going or where they went, that is why I am trying to really put my brain into this stuff. Okay, so all right, someone has questions. So I guess we'll answer some questions. We'll answer some questions. We got Hassan Yusuf said, hi, have a question. How is the DXY and BTC pumping at the same time? This is the thing, guys. Like Satoshi Nakamoto came in the chat. Oh my gosh. Oh, so you guys actually know who I am, or is it just HBO? No, I don't know. No, we don't know who you are. Who are you? What say you? What say you, Satoshi Nakamoto? I love that. I love that Satoshi Nakamoto just come. I didn't know Satoshi watched Dano Crypto. I did not know that Satoshi watched Dano Crypto. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, so the DXY and BTC pumping at the same time. Yeah, I like I said, the beginning of the stream, we were talking about that, and we were like, we don't know if it's gonna be an indicator, a reverse indicator. Like, okay, the DXY is going down. Okay, Bitcoin's going up. Okay, the DXY is going up. Okay, well now Bitcoin is going up. So what is actually happening right now? You know, what is happening? Well, I mean, it's I don't know, guys. I really don't know. I don't know. Well, awesome. Yes, Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, yes, Satoshi Nakamoto just subscribed to Dano Crypto, guys. We've made it. All right, so really, I think we will really feel like we made it if we get Ivan on Tech on the stream. We get Ivan on Tech on the stream. We get a partnership solidified with Ponky. And we do a successful, most shilling of shilled live streams with ticker Bitcoin dev James Slammerman, more light. And we'll feel like we made it. All right, so yeah, the Dixie right now is just like it's pumping. I don't know why it's pumping right now. It's literally just like the Dixie's pumping, and then we have the Bitcoin futures CME at 62.4, 62.5. We're looking at the weekly right now. Oh man, guys. Okay, and then gold has just been crushing it. Gold's crushing it. See what's happening right now. See what is happening right now. All right, we went over. Let's see that we're on the 45-minute super degen time frame, 4 hour. Let's go to the 4 hour. Are we now back over the 0.5? Okay. Let's pull another fib here and see what's going on. All right, the 618 is sitting right at the 200-day moving average. This is literally what we've seen before, where we get the 200-day and the 618 matching up perfectly, and all it is a level that we need to crush over as resistance. Okay, and it's possible that we get, maybe, I don't know if this is what you would say this is an inverse head and shoulders. We get an inverse head and shoulders here. Zoop, zoop. Zoop. And we try and break into that level. Hit that resistance here. 618. I don't know. It's I'm honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. It is getting pretty bullish, though. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, we need to go long. Look at that. That's long. That's long territory. All right, let's see where we were here. Oh, man. That was when we had a really nice bullish flip here. Boom. And then we went all the way back up to 66. Yeah, so, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Okay. All right, that's it, guys. We're done. We really appreciate you coming into the live stream. We hope we gave you enough info or during these times. We appreciate you. Computer, honestly, I don't think it can take anymore. It's ridiculous that, like, I can't even run my computer full spec. It only has 16 gigabytes. Not enough. It's not enough. It is absolutely not enough. I need like 36. Yeah, I've been using that one. As a free one. I need to just buy the real market cipher. All right, guys. God bless. I'll see you on the next one. It's not going to be later today. This was the last stream for today. The one and only stream for today. So if you did come into this one, I really do appreciate you guys for giving me the chance to yap my crap online. plays out for me, because if I can actually really make money by yapping my online, my wife would be very happy. She's like, I mean, God, if you can't make money from it or go online and yap it, please don't yap to me. I don't want to ear beat my wife anymore. Ear beat. I'm sure you guys are ear beating your partners right now to start getting into crypto. They're like, I can't take it anymore. Like, my ears are burning. But we are going to, now we're not live streaming tomorrow, but we will release a video. We're going to release a nice little video. We might even release a video tonight, and then we'll have something for you guys to tune into if you so choose. But we do appreciate you guys coming into this particular live stream, interacting, giving me your comments, your thoughts, debates, discussions, all those things, your questions. And it looked like we almost got the stream to 20 likes. Almost. We almost did. But maybe we can do it before we end this thing. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But it seems like you guys are happy that I am streaming and that I am doing what I'm doing. Sometimes we second guess ourselves. I'm sure you guys do it too, where you're like, what? Like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? And then you guys are just the most bullish, like accepting, encouraging community that I could ever have. And you come on and you say, yo, we like watching you. We like what you bring to the table. And so that makes me feel a little bit better that I'm not like going down the wrong path here. You guys make me feel super bullish. So we appreciate you very much for being as encouraging as you guys are. You really are. You're super encouraging. And if it wasn't for that, woo, man, coolest community and coolest chat, coolest dojo crew in the entire world. I think we're all gonna make it. Well, with that being said, we'll see you later next week. We'll see you later next week. Watch out for the content. Watch for the updates on the website, all that stuff, and we will see you on the other side. All right. Peace out.